Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm sure everyone wondering who am I, or who are these two young men? And I'm pretty sure you all have heard of LCP Industries. Well, we are the group that is going to bring a fully mechanized crop production company in Antigua. The pilot project is willing to start next month, where we will be employing over 20-something young youths within Antigua and Barbuda. Just a little history on ourselves. Last April, we went to Barbados, where we competed against 493 persons within the region, and we won Best Economic Business Plan. And from there, we went to Guatemala in June to represent CARICOM against the whole Western Hemisphere, and we were placed in the top 8 Best Economic Plan in the whole Western Hemisphere. And this project that we're bringing here, which is fully endorsed and supported by the United Progressive Party, along with the Governor General, is one of its kind. There's none like this in the region. This is a fully mechanized project from the seeding all the way up to the harvesting of the project. My colleague will give you more details.
Good night, everyone. Yes, now, upon returning from our latest venture, the TIC, last year, Minister Baptiste took it upon himself to get in contact with us because he was headstrong that this project had to come to reality. So along with the synergy of the Ministry of Trade, Ministry of Finance, and other ministry officials, along with our affiliate partner, GADSI, the project was pushed, therefore, onward and is now looking to be implemented to PDV cap, alongside with the government, UPP. Now, the benefits of the project, as my colleague mentioned, it will initially begin with 29 employees, of which 4 youth enterprises will benefit immediately from the implementation of this project using a contract farmers model that is being utilized worldwide as we speak. And at the final stage, we'll be looking to employ anywhere around 200 employees from our local Antigua. Now, this project is geared at sustaining not just Antigua, but the entire CARICOM community, with an expected value of over $100 million in our export industry. So we'd like to take this opportunity to not just thank God and the PDV cab, but also the wonderful government, UPP, of Antigua and Barbuda.
That's what it's all about. Empowering young people. 3 young men from Antigua decide they're going to go into competition to present to the world agriculture policy document. They win out in the entire Caribbean. And they went against in the world competition and came in the top 8 in the whole world. So the Ministry of Agriculture decided their vision must become a reality. And we just received, or we're going to be getting next week, the first $800,000 to put at this disposal to prepare land and to grow food. Guyana, Trinidad, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Grenada, and Dominica can't grow onion. They all import the onions. We have to grow it here and send to them. They must, if CARICOM can work, buy it from our first. And these are the young men who take on a challenge. There's money to buy onion dryers, storage facilities, preparing and mechanize the industry to realize the cheapest possible price for the product. They have the document. I don't need to tell them. They're experts. All 3 of them are accountants, went to university and qualify, and they're leaving accounting firms to do agriculture. Give them a big hand again. Tonight I came to support Sister Joan Messiah, Chandler Currington, the neighbor, Hilson Adams, the other neighbor, and the United Progressive Party. As Minister of Agriculture, I must tell you, tonight I stand here very proud. Because when we took office in 2004, Antigua was producing 20% of our agriculture need for Antigua. In 2009, we're doing 30%. With the effort of Sister Joan Messiah in charge with Samuel. Today, we're close to 55% of our need. Nearly all the food we need, we're producing. We got to thank the farmers for the resilience. You know, other day we had a drought. They say it's Barbara Spencer caused drought. Now rain start come. There's a rain on top, a Barbara Spencer will rain on top. They say Baldwin caused drought and UPP caused drought. They don't understand the power of God. Just pray for what you want and you will get it. We prayed for rain and rain came. Rain came. I want to let you know that in our culture we are alive. For the first time in our history, they killed it. They killed agriculture. We're the only country in the Caribbean where all farmers' input is duty-free. Anything farmers bring in or buy is duty-free. Because I went to cabinet and fight to make sure that happened. Farmers don't have to pay no tax and nothing they buy. That is because they want to sell the food as cheap as possible for our people. We want to compliment the farmers again for all their hard work and dedication and commitment. Even when it was drought, they're producing plenty of food. How they do it, only God knows. Give the farmers of Antigua and Barbuda a big hand. And we want to let everybody know, we have more farmers now than ever before. We have a more diverse crop of farmers, young, bright farmers. A young lady over Barnes Hill, a chartered accountant, is now one of the leading herb and spice producers in the Eastern Caribbean. And Miss Cornelius left accounting to go into agriculture. If you go to a farm, you don't want to leave, it's so pretty. All this cilantro and basil and them expensive seasonings people bring in here. She producing them right here in Antigua. Right here. Because we make it lucrative. And I will die first if I allow food to come in here that our farmers are producing. It will not come in. Our farmers' food must sell first. Must sell first. Must sell first. Out there cussing saying that we don't know what we're doing. Some clown running against the boy running against Chandler. The girl, I don't know. Saying that our culture needs boost. Why know agriculture? Agriculture is difficult work, but challenging, but very rewarding. It takes time and patience. I want to tell you, the ministry has worked hard to bring about certain agriculture policy positions to empower the farmers of this country. We have gotten loans and grants from all around the world to assist farmers and farmers' organizations. The last 5 years have been challenging, but I think we are successful. Lands for young people. Labour Party started land for youth long before we got in office in 2004. And they took people money, promised them land to get elected that year. And after they lost the election, before they lost the election, they take back the land from the young people and them up there by Painters, next to the stadium. Because they agreed to build the stadium there. We came in and built the stadium. So far, many of the land viewed people got lands elsewhere. Some took back the money. We have the rest satisfied. We have now 30 acres prepared, right in the same vicinity. They are very subdivided for all of the land for youth people in Antigua and Barbuda to get satisfied. And 30 acres will give us a couple of hundred lots for those land for youth people. We are working. Everything takes time. We have given out over 1,000 lots of land for the last 2-3 years in different areas all around the country. We have more to give out. It takes a while to survey and get things organized. But we have to make sure when you get a piece of land, it's yours. They leave us in some quagmire. A man came to my office last week, wanted to kill a boy from Jewelry, Munstrat Jewelry. And I used to work in lands on the Labour Party. Sell the people them land, take them money, give them a bogus receipt, and sell the land to somebody else when they go back to England. The man came back from England now to build his house, sell the property in England, to find the land, a big house on the land that he don't pay for. The man want to kill him. So my whole day is spent trying to appease those situations, find land for the man elsewhere. The man want to carry away court and sue the government. When we look at the receipt, it's not a government receipt, it's a Jubilee receipt. They walk with their own receipt book. They used to walk with them, collect nigger money and get them bogus receipt. But now they're England are dead. So when you do bad things follow you. Bad things follow you. Those are the problems I'm solving in the Ministry of Agriculture. It is hard when a poor young woman pay money for land, and when she's ready to build, the land is owned by somebody else. That they used to sell one land 3 times and 4 times and don't care. Nobody can do them nothing. I'm telling you, the disrespect is something else. I am solving those problems. Right here in All Saints, an old man took some land from government, fenced off as much as he could fence off. No dead and gone, he left the land for his family. But the land never paid for. It's not his land. So how he can will government land to anybody? And then now I'm trying now to satisfy everybody. Then family fight for land that nobody own. Challenge, problems. So bear with us. I need 5 more years to solve this problem and put a proper land use policy in place for Antigua and Barbuda. That no officer can sell one land 2 or 3 times or he go jail. I want the officers to respect every woman and man in this country who are Antiguans. Nobody who are non-Antiguans can buy land unless you're a citizen of this country here. Nobody can buy private land. When you're a citizen of Antigua and Barbuda, the land belongs to you. You have the right to own a piece. That is the policy. So nobody can come to me and say they want land for buy. You make it pretty like gold. If you come from here, you don't have a citizen of Antigua and Barbuda, it's difficult. The law say that if you're not a citizen, you have to get what is called an alien land holding license. And until you have that, you can't get to buy private government land. Law is very clear. I mean, I'm not going to satisfy anybody. So what do you put your mind at ease? All those persons who have gotten lands and don't clean them, clean your land. Clean your land. Clean your lands. I love all of you, but clean the lands you get from government. Because thieves are hiding in them. And a bushy land encourage garbage. So clean them. I also, before I go, to let you know that our fishing industry is doing very well in Antigua and Barbuda. Our fishing industry is doing very well. We just launched the FAO program for young fisher folks, and that's going very well. Where the government fall in not having enough funds to help, I go out and beg money and beg assistance to help whichever area I have to help. They cost me about housing. I hear Gaston Brown today. Like I know he's mad. But his madness is now coming to the fore. You can see he's mad for true. Anybody go up Painters West and look at those two model houses built by Bo Panel and don't love them, they're not crazy. Two beautiful edifices up there. And this company is building over 5,000 houses throughout the country to help our people. And instead, he went to them. Gaston went to them and tell them don't build nothing till he become prime minister. And because they did build two model houses and I begin to interview people and qualify people, he begs about that. Because they give him people hope. And he go on radio and say, when he get in office, he can lock them down. We enter in agreement. They gave Mungo Singh hundreds of acres of land for $1. They gave right in All Saints, House Antigua, 100 acres for $1 in All Saints here, just east here, Macpan. We did not give these people no land. We do a joint venture with them. Government owned 35% shares in the company. This way, we can tell them, take 20 or 35% and reduce the price of the house from 160 to 130. We can do that because we have shares in there. That's how you manage things. If you give them the land, you can't control what they sell the land for. But when you're a shareholder and government still own the land, you can dictate what people get the lands for and reduce the price of the house. We can show a side work. But his 5,000 houses in 500 days or whatever the case may be shows the side work. Like somebody say it's dog house, foul house, or crazy house. Dog house, foul house, or crazy house is going to build. Because that don't work. What the land going to be? Whose land? You plan to take Social Security money, American benefit money to do it. If Antigua people lose the brain to put them in power, we'll be lost. We will be lost in this country if we put them in power. Gaston Brown and Assad Michael running Antigua and Barbuda. Imagine that. When you go home tonight, just put that in your mind. That should give you some fuel to go out there and work harder to make sure that the United Progressive Party stay in office. We have to go to work. We start the job, we have to complete it. We've got to make sure all our people benefit from all the government programs. School mates going to stop. School uniform going to stop. Pensioners going to get less money. Old people program will stop. PDV card program will stop. Where would we be when all them programs stop? Where would we be? And Assad will go on the place, pissing on everybody, fighting everybody when he get drunk. And Gaston, if you don't take his pill, will become more crazy and do some mad things around here. So I'm warning you, we have our future to protect. I want to thank the people from Obama, Ali in Bowlands, West Palm Beach, and let you all know that Sunday we coming out of the south like a thunder. I don't want no other constituency to have a bigger contingent than my side. I want to bring 10, 12, 15, 20 buses, 5, 10, 15 trucks, Iron Band coming, Hi-Fi coming. We are coming to stamp our authority on that constituency on Sunday. So look out for us and thank you all for coming. But what? Me saw a pork soup behind here. Dish it out for me. Thank you and good night.